What are those priceless gifts that money can't buy? Well, I can tell you one of the first is teaching your child the value of spending time with God. In the novel, A Few Minutes with God, written for children and teens, the story unfolds about a struggling family and the gift of hearing God and the outcome, which is a wonderful blessing from the Lord. Your children will want to pray and spend time listening to God after reading this book. Visit MediaAngels.com for more information. I'm a publisher, and one day my daughter Christina asked me to write a novel with her. Well, that day was long ago, and that little girl is now an adult. But our novels live on. The Truth Seekers Mystery Series highlights a homeschool family, the Murphy teens, in an action-adventure novel that is sure to entertain as well as teach creation truths. To get your copy, visit our website at truthseekersmysteryseries.com.
This is a production of the Ultimate Homeschool Radio Network. Welcome to the Vintage Homeschool Moms Show. Your host, Felice Gerwitz, is an author, a publisher, and your radio show host. She will encourage, educate, and inspire you with answers to your most pressing questions, from homeschool, marriage, parenting, and much more. Felice loves to equip moms to live a Christian life because every moment counts. Be sure to visit her website at MediaAngels.com. And here's your host, Felice Gerwitz.
Hey everyone, this is Felice Gerwitz, and this is an episode of Vintage Homeschool Moms. Well, today I want to talk to the kids. So the topic today is kids taking charge. This is episode 391. And truthfully, I was going to record this for you moms and dads, but instead I decided to talk to the kids because you know what? Kids are smart, and they get it when someone cares about them and their ability and what God has in store for them. So, moms and dads, I hope you listen in as well because I'm sure your kids will have some great questions to ask. This episode can be found on vintagehomeschoolmoms.com. It's episode 391, and you can get the show notes there. And I also want to give a shout out to our sponsor, which is Media Angels. And today the focus is the book, A Few Minutes with God. You will be really blessed by that book because I actually wrote it for my kids when they were asking me when they were younger, how do you know God is talking to you, or how can you hear God in prayer? So I wrote that book for them, and guess what? They had a lot of comments to make, and they even gave me back copies of the pages with corrections on them. So yes, when I tell people that homeschool kids have opinions and have a mind of their own, I know what I'm talking about because my kids sure did. Well, you can find that book, A Few Minutes with God, on Amazon. You can also get it downloadable at the Media Angels membership site, along with all of the Truth Seekers Mystery Series. So you can find that information on the website. So what do I want to talk about today? Well, I really want to talk about you taking charge of your life. And I really believe, kids, that what you're going to hear today is going to be life-changing. I bet that some of you already know this information, and I also know that you're way, way, way smarter than everyone knows, even the people around you that love you. Sometimes you don't want to let people know how smart you are because you know what? You think they're going to ask you to do more stuff if you're that smart. Even though you know some of this stuff, I'm sure there's something that you can learn, and I pray that this helps you. So I want to talk about taking charge of your life and having responsibility. Did you know that your mom and dad won't be around all of your life to tell you what to do? Really, this is a truth. Someday you're going to be an adult and responsible for going to work and taking care of a house, buying food, making food to eat, and taking out the trash. When I grew up and I lived on my own, my mom didn't say, "Hey, honey, how you doing? Did you take out the trash today? Did you eat today? Did you do your laundry, fold it, and put it away?" No, my mom said, well, now she's an adult and she can take care of herself. But how do you get to that point? Wouldn't it be nice if you could take care of yourself when it comes to your own responsibilities? So let's stop and make a list of the things most kids are responsible for, no matter what your age is, okay? Number 1, eating. Pretty much everyone eats, right? Number 2, sleeping. Even little babies have to sleep. Number 3, going to the bathroom. Yeah, I know, gross, but that's something you have to do. And number 4, doing some kind of exercise, moving around, going outside, playing inside. Even a little baby wiggles around and their arms are going and moving. So those are things you're responsible for, and you pretty much don't have to think about eating or sleeping. Going to the bathroom, you might have to think about that, but you know what I mean. Those are kind of things that you're responsible for. What are some other responsibilities? And you guys can stop this audio anytime and make a list of your own, and then come back and listen to see if my list is similar to yours. So on my list of other responsibilities, I only have 5 things listed, and I'm sure you could come up with a lot more because each person has their own responsibilities in a family. The first is doing schoolwork because you're probably in school, right? The second is helping with chores, some kind of individual chores, or maybe you do some things as a family depending on how old you are. Number 3, cleaning up your room or making your bed. Again, that's something just that you do yourself or something maybe you help your mom do or dad. Number 4, practicing some kind of sport or hobby or whatever that is that you pretty much need to do at least once a week. And the 5th is basically being obedient, being a good member of your family. So you make a list of all the things that you are responsible for personally, and that is a good place to start. Now, the next step is to answer the following question. Are you a now or a later person? So what does this mean? This means, do you do things immediately when you are assigned a job? If your mom says, go fix your bed, you go right away and get it done. Or do you like to do it later? I'll do it later, Mom. Maybe your family uses a chore chart or some other method of keeping track. But the question is, do you do what you're supposed to do now, or do you do it later? Just think, if you do it now, it's all done, right? Then you can go and do whatever the next thing is or take a break. If you are a do-it-later person, one of 2 things will more than likely happen. Number 1, you're going to get reminded to do it now. Hey, would you go fix your bed? I already told you to do this. Number 2, you're going to get in trouble for not doing it right away, or you're going to get in trouble later when your assignment didn't get done. Does this make sense? Does it make sense to wait? Why or why not? Talk about it with your mom or dad. Most people live their lives waiting for someone else to tell them what to do, to tell them what is right, to tell them what is wrong. In fact, they live their lives trying not to get caught doing the wrong thing. Maybe there's a reason for this, but most of it is just that you don't feel like doing it, or you're too lazy, or you just don't want to do it, you don't care about doing it, and it just kind of snowballs. You start, I don't feel like doing my schoolwork today. Or maybe if I lose my math book, I won't have to do my math. Or maybe my mom or dad or whoever is not going to know that I didn't do my chores. Maybe they won't catch me. But if you get caught doing something you're not supposed to do, and maybe not getting that chore or schoolwork done, usually you probably have a ready answer. Maybe it's, I didn't know I was supposed to do that, Mom. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe it's something like, well, I was going to do it. Or if you get reminded, you might say, well, I already know this. Or the last thing might be, okay, I will do it. So let me ask you a question. Why not cut out the middleman? Cut out getting in trouble and having to do it anyway. And can you guess what I'm going to say next? Just do it. And if you said now, that's what I was going to say. Just do it now. Whatever that it is it fixing your bed? Is it cleaning up your toys? Is it doing your schoolwork? Just do it. There comes a time in everyone's life, and maybe you've gotten to that point, or maybe you haven't, but there's a time when everyone realizes, oh no, I was wrong. When I was little, I remember being in 3rd grade in my room, getting in trouble for doing something I shouldn't have been doing, and screaming at the top of my lungs, I didn't do it. This is not fair. I can't believe I'm getting punished. My throat hurt so bad, I stopped screaming and it hit me. Wait a minute, I did do it. I should be in trouble. And here I am screaming and making my throat hurt. I realized that day that I was going to change. It was probably a blessing from the Lord that made me think that. But you know what? I realized it. That was my aha moment. I realized too that there are some kids who think they never get in trouble, or maybe you're one of those that never gets in trouble. Congratulations and yay for you. You are way ahead of the others. But let me ask you a question. Are you making the most of your time? Are you doing something that is right and it's just okay? I realized at some point in my life that just okay is not enough. Some people call me an overachiever, but I call it being productive, making the most out of the minutes that God gave me. I like to accomplish things and get things done. It makes me happy. Whether it is taking time every morning to pray, to get some chores done around the house, when I was homeschooling, to homeschool my kids, to do my work. Yes, a podcast is work. I feel good at the end of the day. So I want you to think about this. What makes you feel good about your day? Make a list. Is it getting your schoolwork done and getting it right? Is it getting your chores done without being reminded? Is it getting approval from your parents instead of getting in trouble? Is it getting along with your siblings or your friends? The goal and the point I'm trying to make is that as a family, you are not put there by accident. Each person in a family is unique, special, and very, very, very important to that family. You are an important part. It's just like a puzzle. Have you ever put a puzzle together and a piece was missing? And there's the whole beautiful puzzle, and then one piece is missing, and that's horrible. The whole puzzle's ruined. Well, you are like that puzzle piece. You are very important, and you are needed for that whole puzzle to be gorgeous and beautiful. And I can say for certain that your family would not be the same without you. You can be a welcome addition like this. Emma, Samantha, William, Alex, Benjamin, Olivia, Christopher, Michael, or whatever your name is, I'm so happy to see you and that you are here. Or will they say, oh no, you again? You want your family to be happy that you're in this together. Working together as a family to get things done is really God's plan. It is so wonderful, and guess what? It gives you time to enjoy being together and getting along as a family. It makes your parents say, oh my goodness, my kids are so great. They listen to the directions so well. I can take them on field trips. I can take them places. And people stop and say how well behaved and nice our family is. Or do we want people to say, oh my gosh, there's that family again. Please, I hope they never come back. We don't want that, do we? And the best part about making a change in your life and taking charge is that you can do this just because you want to grow and be better. We don't do things just to get compliments from other people. While that's all nice, it's not the only reason we should do what's right. We do it for ourselves, for our God. We want to live a life that is happy and free from regrets. We don't want to think, oh my gosh, I am so sorry I did that. Has there ever been something you did that you were not happy about or not proud about? Were you playing with your brother or sister and then something broke? You know, accidents happen and things are just things. But if we're doing what's right, guess what? Those accidents are going to be fewer. This happens to everyone, and yes, I know, no one is perfect, but that doesn't mean We don't try to be our best because guess what? God believes in you. I believe in you. Your parents believe in you. Your grandparents believe in you. Your friends believe in you. You are special and wonderful, and God has an amazing plan for your life. I'm so excited for you. But if you're always getting in trouble, always trying to get out of work, always working out a way to not be seen, to not be caught, or whatever it is that you're doing, guess what? You do not have the time to be the best you can because you are being the least you can. Think about it. You are so busy avoiding work that, well, you're actually doing more work. Working to not be found or working not to get in trouble or getting caught getting in trouble that you are so busy poking your brother or your sister or yelling or screaming that you are missing all of the amazing and wonderful things happening all around you. There are some amazing, miraculous things that happen in our life every single day all around us, and you're missing it. So the questions to think about are this. Number 1, are you ready to take charge of your life? Yes or no? Number 2, are you ready to be the best that you can be? Yes or no? Number 3, are you ready to be the best that God wants you to be? Yes or no? And number 4, and this is the hardest one, how are you going to do this? Now, the challenge is to take the next few days and think about this. Talk about it with your parents. Write out some of these questions and fill in the pages and try to figure it out yourself. Have a family meeting. Decide on one tiny thing you will do to improve. Let's say you hate to wash dishes after dinner. Every day, if that's your thing to do, or you have to do it once a week, how about do it right now and don't complain? If that works, then add one more thing and one more thing. And guess what? You're going to be happier. Your parents are going to be happier. Your siblings are going to be happier. And you're going to have more time to do the things you like to do best. When my kids were little, I had boys and girls, and I remember saying to everyone, we're going to clean the house. And my boys started crying, and my daughter didn't. And I looked at my daughter and I said, well, why aren't you crying? And she said to me something very wise for a little girl. She said, you're going to make me do it anyway. So why should I bother crying? Boys looked at her and they stopped crying and they said, yeah, you're right. If you cry or pitch a fit or complain, maybe every once in a while you can get out of that job. But you know what? Probably 99% of the time you're going to have to do it anyway. So do it, be happy about it, and get on with your life and be the best you can be. And yes, there's more. I am going to be praying for your success, I promise you. And if there's something that worked great for your family, please let me know. I can't wait to hear from you. I have some really fun freebies on this website. If your mom and dad subscribe to my email, they're going to get some really great character quality worksheets and planners for you guys to do. They're super fun things, and you can work on being the best you can be. Take care, everyone. God bless, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Vintage Homeschool Mom Show. Visit Felice at MediaAngels.com and TheVintageHomeschoolMoms.com. Vintage Homeschool Moms is a production of the Ultimate Homeschool Radio Network.